Welcome, everyone. My name is Catherine Wild, and I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Fine Arts. Chers diplômés, c'est avec un immense plaisir que nous vous accueillons et vous félicitons, chacun et chacune d'entre vous, pour votre réussite. Congratulations on behalf of the Faculty of Fine Arts. We're very proud of you. And now, would everyone please rise and join Miss Danielle Pullen in soprano in the singing of O Canada.
Good evening and bienvenue. Author, educator, and activist Parker J. Palmer said, "Vocation comes from listening. I must listen to my life and try to understand what it is truly about." For the last few years, as you pursued your vocation, you have done just that. Vous avez écouté vos professeurs et vos collègues. You have listened to the wisdom of your family and friends and the wisdom of this world. Vous avez écouté l'appel des défis et des situations difficiles. You have listened to your own inner voices, your yearnings and your dreams. Today, let us listen again. Écoutons la sagesse de cette communauté rassemblée ici. Let us hear the sounds of celebration, the sounds of accomplishment and joy. And let us continue to listen to the voices of hope and wisdom. Continuons à écouter les voix qui donnent un sens à la vie. And let us continue to dream of a world full of understanding and peace. Thanks. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Welcome, bienvenue. Chers diplômés, Madame Bonbriand, distingués invités, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen. Tout d'abord, comme faire se doit, je dirais félicitations à chacun et à chacune de nos nouveaux diplômés en cette magnifique soirée de réjouissance. This is, of course, a momentous occasion for you, our graduates. I recall my day in your shoes a long, long time ago, longer than I care to admit. And I remember how excited I was to have made it through my degree and have made my professors proud. It's also a big day for your support networks, both old and new. Your families and loved ones and friends, yes, of course, but also the Concordia community of students, staff, and faculty, and your fellow alumni. And although we're here to celebrate your achievements as graduates, I think you will find that after graduation, certainly the best is yet to come. Through trial and error, and let's hope through trial and success, you will hone your skills and expertise, adding to the critical mass of higher learning that you have attained here at Concordia. And as we know, innovation and creativity, and of all people, you know this, is a process of trial and error, of experiencing failure. And I recommend to you that if you fail, fail upward. Fail basically reaching out. And I'm sure you will, and through that, innovation and creativity emerge, as you know. La valeur d'une formation universitaire, on le sait, est incontestable. Et en obtenant votre diplôme, vous avez acquis un grand avantage dans notre société. Mais il y a autre chose. Albert Einstein once said to a group of new graduates, much like you folks here, and I quote, "It is high time that the ideal of success should be replaced by the ideal of service," end quote. And he was right. I can tell you from personal experience that success is certainly not determined by financial wealth or medals or accolades or even the approval of our peers. Rather, success is defined by the degree to which you positively affect people in your personal, professional, and civic lives as you crisscross the lives of others. It's disarmingly simple, I know, but it's my version of the golden rule, and I know it's a sure path to success and happiness. En tant que citoyen averti et engagé, vous, les diplômés, vous êtes placés pour exercer une influence extrêmement bénéfique sur notre monde en constante évolution. And your generation will either suffer or benefit from the decisions your elders are making in the field of healthcare, pension reform, the environment, and our economy, and you name it. There's a number of realms that you know are all too familiar with you. The challenges on all these fronts, all these realms, are significant, and why pretend that they're not? But despite these issues, I think there's much room for optimism. Why? Because as always, there's no shortage of opportunity to get involved. So I say get out and vote in every election, for starters. Volunteer in areas where your interests and your passions meet the public need. Plan to play an active role in the public service to change the system from within, if your heart so desires. Technology, in that context, will only accelerate change in this century. And to drive rather than merely survive, to thrive, that is, rather than merely survive, you'll have to be, and you've heard this before, I realize, but sorry, I'll repeat it, you'll have to be adaptable and resilient. You will have to be change leaders and not followers. How? Well, make that same technology work for you. Use social media to start a social movement, or like some of your alumni colleagues, use your Concordia contacts to create your own startup or business or NGO. But wherever you go or whatever you do, the harvest of knowledge, experience, and values that you have gathered here at Concordia will be as relevant for society as you make it. Donc, chers diplômés, je vous dis tous à toutes, bravo. Et je vous encourage à rêver, à explorer les choses qui n'existent pas encore, puisque c'est ainsi que vous allez changer le monde et bâtir l'avenir et celui de vos enfants. And I'm happy that we share a meaningful connection through Concordia, and I hope that today is the beginning of your lifelong bond with our university and our community. So I say to all of you again, well done, job well done, and good luck. Merci à tout le monde et félicitations. Now, allow me to call on our President and Vice Rector, Alan Shepard, to come forward and say a few words. Alan?
Bonsoir. C'est un grand plaisir de vous voir assemblés ici ce soir pour célébrer les diplômés de 2014. Convocation is a ritual moment in one's life, like a wedding or the birth of a child. It's a turning point. J'espère que votre expérience à l'université a transformé votre existence et que vous tirez une grande fierté du travail que vous avez accompli. From the moment you receive your diploma on stage tonight, You go from being a student of the university and a student in one of the best faculties of fine arts in the world, if I may add that, to being a member of the Alumni Association and a lifelong member of the Concordia community. You will continue to be an integral member of our community and its distinguished mission. Where does it come from? Concordia comes from two institutions. Loyola College, founded in 1896 here in Montreal, followed the teachings of St. Ignatius of Loyola. The Jesuit tradition prizes rigorous critical thinking and lives of service to others. Considérés comme les extravertis de l'Église catholique, les Jésuites ont aussi voulu amener l'enseignement dans la rue, avec le désir de changer la vie des autres. Founded in 1926, Sir George Williams University is named after the worldwide founder of the YMCA movement, which prized adult learning and lifelong learning. Sir George especially served adult learners who needed to attend night school in those days because of commitments to family, work, or both. Today, the modern Concordia University continues to offer an exceptional university education that honors these two traditions, yes, but that also looks to the future. Today, we are what I call a next-generation university. We prepare a diverse group of students for a global world that loves our graduates' can-do attitude, your brilliance, your entrepreneurial energy, your creativity, and your ambition to make the world a better place. Good universities develop what I might call a clan culture. They look out for each other. Students and graduates look out for each other. They help each other out professionally. No one knows the value of the education you've received at Concordia better than your fellow Concordia graduates. Alors profitez-en. Gardez le contact avec eux. Stay in touch with each other, yes, and stay in touch with us. Bonne chance et félicitations.
Bonsoir, je suis enchantée d'être parmi vous ce soir. Good evening, I'm delighted to be here tonight. Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you Chantal Pombriand, prominent contemporary art curator and critic. Chantal Pombriand's incisive criticism and analysis has had an unparalleled impact on the art world since the 1970s. Her work, which explores a question of globalization and artistic heterogeneity, has broken new grounds in critical discourse. She is recognized internationally for her profound knowledge of visual art, dance, and museums. Chantal Pombriand est cofondatrice de la revue d'art contemporain Parachute, publication d'avant-garde qu'elle a pilotée de 1975 à 2007. Au fil de sa carrière, elle a organisé de nombreuses manifestations internationales d'art contemporain, dont des expositions, des festivals et des colloques dédiés principalement à la photographie, à la vidéo, à la performance, à la danse et à l'installation multimédia. Après avoir conçu plusieurs événements et festivals d'envergure axés sur les arts de la scène, elle cofonde à Montréal le Festival international de nouvelle danse, le FIND, qu'elle présidera de 1982 à 2003. Chantal Pombriand was appointed Head of Exhibition Research and Development at Tate Modern in London in 2010 and more recently founded Pombriand Works, We Others and Myself Research Knowledge Systems. She has been Associate Professor at Curatorial Studies at the Sorbonne Paris IV since 2012. Her most recent publications include Mutations, Perspective on Photography, Parachute, the Anthology, Volumes 1 and 2, The Contemporary, The Common, Art in a Globalizing World, and Perform, How to Do Things Without Words. In 2013, her remarkable work was recognized with the Governor General of Canada Award for an outstanding contribution in the visual and media arts. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate and the Board of Governors, it is my privilege and honor to present to you Chantal Pontbriand so that you may confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Pontbriand to make her acceptance address. Madame Pontbriand.
Bonsoir. Chancellor Jacques Ménard, President Alan Shepard, and Chairman of the Board of Governors Norman Hébert, Dean Catherine Wild, dear graduates, dear friends, there are many here. I'm very, very grateful for this honorary doctorate. Je souhaite vous remercier de tout cœur pour ce doctorat honorifique. Aussi Geneviève Cadieux, artiste que j'admire, avec qui j'ai eu l'honneur et le plaisir de travailler quand nous avons toutes les deux représenté le Canada à la Biennale de Venise en 1990. C'était une toute jeune artiste selon elle à l'époque. Pour moi, elle était déjà grande, mais je me souviens de son insécurité. Je me souviens qu'elle m'a posé la question « Oh Chantal, tu penses vraiment que je peux faire ça? Tu penses que je suis prête? » Et j'ai dit « Oui, oui, absolument, allons-y. » Alors aujourd'hui, je suis ravie que ce grand honneur vienne de Montréal, une ville que je chéris énormément et à laquelle je crois, vu ses grandes qualités sur le plan de sa créativité et de sa qualité de vie. Également que cela vienne tout spécialement de l'Université Concordia, où j'ai eu la chance de donner des séminaires sur l'installation, la vidéo et la performance à la fin des années 70 déjà, et de faire partie du conseil d'administration un peu plus tard de la Leonard and Bina Allen Gallery, qui fait un travail, soulignons-le, de haut niveau. Sa faculté des arts est l'une des mieux cotées sur le plan international. De nombreux professeurs du passé comme du présent sont des artistes pour qui j'ai beaucoup d'admiration et d'amitié. Ils font un travail remarquable et forment des gradués qui représentent un potentiel inouï pour notre pays et sa reconnaissance dans le monde. Nous sommes fiers de vous et vous souhaitons le meilleur dans la poursuite de vos rêves. Faites de Montréal une plaque tournante sur la scène internationale. Allez de par le vaste monde, apprendre ce que c'est que la différence, combien le monde est riche et complexe. Laissez-vous vibrer au rythme des divers continents, apportez-y votre savoir et ramenez-nous le fruit de vos découvertes et de vos recherches. In the last weeks, I have tried to figure out what it could mean for myself to be receiving this honorary doctorate. One could imagine that it has to do most often with marking a moment in time and space, a moment that can single out values, a moment of expanded consciousness, as I sometimes refer to them as such when encountering meaningful works of art. Just as it marks a moment in time, an honorary doctorate has to do with transmission and learning. It so happens that my mother passed away not so long ago, and that amongst the many clippings and photographs she kept in her private archive, we found this typewritten quote by the Indian writer and philosopher Rabindranath Tagore, which particularly moved me. Let me quote him for you. "Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world is unbroken by barriers, where words come out from the depth of truth, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake." I knew my mother read Tagore, as I had long ago seen a book of his tucked away on a library shelf in our family house. I did not think that her interest went so far back as 1937, the date that appears on this yellowed little piece of paper. She was just 21 then, close to your age, many of you in this room. My mother's quest for knowledge is one of the precious things she transmitted to me. The phrase, "where knowledge is free," in Tagore's poem, especially struck me as being relevant to my own life quest and research. Tagore was preoccupied with the awakening of his country in a world unbroken by barriers, as he says. These powerful words strike a chord for me as they reflect a life in which I have relentlessly searched for the freedom of knowledge and the breaking down of barriers, be they geographical, political, intellectual, or artistic. I became a world traveler as a very young adult, and my work has taken me to all corners of the globe. I have been tracking down people and places that crystallize emerging ideas and emerging forms. As a child, feeling isolated or limited in that capacity, as we were brought up in a small village, I started a small journal with my classmates. The idea was to travel with our imaginations and to exchange the results. By the time I co-founded Parachute some 15 years later, I was ready to go out into a much larger world, one that would know no geographical and no intellectual limits. The magazine was created to understand contemporaneity, that is, what makes our time special and unique. What language can we develop to better understand and share those ideas? That is the challenge that I set out for myself with others as I was coming out of university. Something had to be done to bring Montreal and Canada to the attention of the world and to dig channels of communication between the world and us. It is with this same energy that I started to curate so many events, performances, concerts, and exhibitions in and out of existing institutions, such as the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts, which had recruited me in the 70s to create outreach programs that could bring it to the attention of a wider and younger public. There was a storm that raged through the museum in those years as performance, video, theory, film were introduced into the rather conservative institution. The festivals and events that I put together around that period led me to co-found the FINE, the International New Dance Festival, which brought us the most vibrant artists of the international scene during 20 years and featured all those that were to become our figureheads. Edouard Locke, Marie Chouinard, Linda Gaudreau, who is here tonight. Parachute and Defined were often the first vehicles to introduce us to the world's most influential players in terms of artists and critics. Many of today's recognized artists were first featured in both. I am proud of this achievement. It is certainly our common legacy to share now. Our understanding of art has much to do with the goals that Parachute and Defined carried out over decades, taking Montreal as their point of departure. After being at Tate Modern in London in the later years, I realized that my work was based on the exploration of what the Anglo-Saxons call knowledge production. It's almost untranslatable. I recently founded a new company, as Geneviève says, which is called Pontbriand Works, work standing for we, others, and myself, research, knowledge, systems. This name I borrowed from my ancestors, who had created a company in Sorel at the end of the 19th century, an important shipyard at the time. They imagined and built machines for the boats being assembled there. I love this name because it describes me in an extended family which is linked to the Quebec soil, but also to the history of invention and imagination. As a critic and curator, I have always been more interested in process and in the workings of than in any final product. I feel in that respect quite close to the immaterial culture that is developing today, where knowledge is taking on a leading role. In a way, my work can be conceived of as knowledge management, and even more so as knowledge sharing, with its concern to uncover the ways of working of a group or an individual and deliver those findings to the world. We cannot progress without searching for the unknown or that which is not yet known. Underlying processes and truths contain the way to the future. You, the graduates of today, are the leaders of tomorrow. You have chosen the path of knowledge to make a better world for yourself and for others. It is now your responsibility to take this world further, to open its barriers, to fight inadequacies and inequities, to find better ways to share the world we live in. It is your privilege as free human beings to make change happen. Make sure you do. Make sure you encourage others to bring their own contribution to whatever field they might choose. Encouraging others, sharing with others is the only way to move. You cannot move alone. The world needs you, others need you, as you need others. But community is not enough to change the world. The development of new knowledge, the sharing of that research, is the goal you need to have to make the world change. Changer le monde, c'est difficile. C'est de plus en plus complexe et de plus en plus nécessaire pourtant. Nous devons porter une attention particulière aux enjeux qui sont ceux de notre contemporanéité, un monde à partager, un monde où grandir. C'est la tâche qui nous incombe à tous et pour laquelle je vous souhaite bonne chance et surtout bon courage. Knowledge is a great gift. It is also an ongoing process. Sharing knowledge in order to develop a better world is a democratic process that we cannot dispense with, as Tagore intuited it at the time. It will take courage and determination to pursue the dreams that you set forth for yourselves. As I have gone through multiple states of achieving goals as well as crossing major obstacles, always I've had a little voice inside of me. This little voice I wish to share with you today. Keep it in mind for tomorrow. It will certainly come up handy. And that is, where there's a will, there's a way. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Dr. Pontbriand. Dr. Pontbriand reminded us of a few things. One of them that came to mind as I heard her eloquent words was that the influence which one ends up having one day in one's life, as she has, God knows, begins with a mindset, and it's fueled by passion. And as she put it to us, her mindset began through her imagination. She started traveling while staying here in Montreal with her imagination, which led, as we know, to Parachute and to a life of travels reaching out to the world. Through that, she experienced diversity et la différence des autres, and she also experienced sharing and collaboration, which are the key ingredients, as you know, of creativity and innovation in the arts. She obviously embraced arts in so many forms, la danse, les arts plastiques, la photographie, la littérature, la peinture, et tout ça, faisant tout ça, elle l'a fait un peu comme une personne qui a ses racines ici à Montréal. Et à cet égard-là, Mme Pontbriand est une ambassadrice de Montréal et d'ici du Québec et de nous tous depuis bien longtemps. Elle nous fait honneur aujourd'hui en acceptant de rentrer dans la famille de Concordia. Et parlant de famille, la dernière chose qui me vient à l'esprit, c'est le témoignage qu'elle fait quant à l'influence des parents, l'influence, dans son cas, de sa mère. The influence of parents on children is something which we can't underestimate, as you will realize yourselves and have already, for those of you that have already created a family and felt a family. We have a responsibility to light up our children as her mother did for her. We thank her as well for our gift today of having Mme Pontbriand as an honorary doctorate of Concordia. Thank you beaucoup, Mme Pontbriand. And now, your turn. I call on Provost Bacon to begin with the conferring of degrees. Provost Bacon.
Mr. Chancellor.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for the doctoral and doctorate degrees, for the master and magisteriate degrees, and for the graduate diplomas and certificates in the Faculty of Fine Arts. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Monsieur le Chancelier, au nom du Sénat, je vous présente les candidats au doctorat et à la maîtrise, ainsi qu'au diplôme et au certificat de deuxième cycle de la Faculté des beaux-arts. J'atteste qu'ils satisfont aux exigences de ces grades, diplômes et certificats. Will the doctoral and doctorate, master and magisteriate, diploma and certificate candidates please stand?
I see you took the front seats. Congratulations. You look good. Now, by the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the University, I admit each of you to the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by the Senate and certified by the Provost. And I confer to you all the titles, honors, duties, rights, and privileges which are attached to these degrees. À titre de chancelier, et en vertu de l'autorité de la corporation et du conseil des gouverneurs de l'université, je vous confère les grades que vous postulez sur l'attestation du Sénat et je vous octroie tous les titres, honneurs, devoirs, droits et privilèges afférents à ces grades, diplômes ou certificats. Félicitations, congratulations. Please be seated.
Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor and baccalaureate degrees in the Faculty of Fine Arts. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees. Monsieur le Chancelier, Au nom du Sénat, je vous présente les candidats au baccalauréat de la Faculté des beaux-arts. J'atteste qu'ils satisfont aux exigences de ce grade. Will the bachelor and baccalaureate candidates please stand?
I see there's strength in numbers, and you certainly didn't come alone, so welcome. By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the University, I admit each of you to the bachelor or baccalaureate degrees as approved by the Senate and certified by the Provost, and I confer to you all the titles, honors, duties, rights, and privileges which are attached to these degrees. À titre de chancelier, en vertu de l'autorité de la corporation et du Conseil des gouverneurs de l'Université, je vous confère les grades que vous postulez tous et toutes sur l'attestation du Sénat. Et je vous octroie tous les titres, honneurs, droits et privilèges afférents à ces grades. Félicitations. Veuillez vous asseoir.
While our graduates prepare to cross the stage, I invite you to enjoy the music of the Encore Brass Quintet.
Today marks an auspicious event for each of our graduates, and we encourage you to cheer and applaud the accomplishments of your own. So do make some noise, but as he or she reaches the center stage, please allow a pause for the focus to shift to the next graduate. I'm pleased to introduce you now to the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy, Doctorate in Philosophy, from the following programs: Art Education, Art History, Humanities, and Special Individual Program, Fine Arts. Lauren McCann. Tanya Duff. Shona Jansen. Olga Lipadatova. Claire Brunet. Philomène Longpré. I'm pleased to introduce you now to the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Arts from the following programs: Art Education, Art History, Creative Arts Therapies, Music, Film Studies, the Individualized Program in Fine Arts, and the Special Individual Program in Fine Arts. Rita Cardinal. Erin Ashley McCarthy. Petra Zanting. Lauren Bird. Mandeep Chanda. Samantha Henman. Raji Panya Jeshisher Gill. Julian Peters. Eliana Stratica. Catherine Emmanuelle Drapeau. Krista Moak. Tyra Andrews. Dana DaCosta. Jessica Power. Jesse Balzer. Mallory Beasley. David Dimmers. Teresa Lobos. Camilo Martín Flores. I'm pleased to introduce you now to the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Fine Arts from the following program: Studio Arts. Sarah Arsenault Tremblay. Stéphane Calcé. Candice Davies. Jacqueline Hébert. Jacqueline Hakert. Sheena Hosko. Emily Jan. Jin Young Kim. Marcel Alexandre Larose. Jenna Mayers. Jennifer Noble. Blair Phillips. Guillaume Alexandre Vallée.
I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Fine Arts from the following departments: Art Education, Art History, Mel Hoppenheim School of Cinema, Contemporary Dance, and Design and Computation Arts. Haley Burke, with distinction. Tamara Canadian. Stello Combatsieris. Lauren Costello. Heather Cutts, with distinction. Stephanie Del Testa Belanger. Michael Gauthier. Petra Haas, with distinction. Give me a different name. Marie-Claude? Jennifer? Marie-Claude Leperret. Jennifer Naccarato. Jean Nam. Go ahead. Jennifer Slinger. With distinction. Marie-Christine Toniek, with distinction. Sarah Wilson, with distinction. Jake Bagshaw. Leah Brosseau. Emily Campbell. Sabrina Charette. Amanda Charlebois. Stephanie Chen, with distinction. Alexandra Chereau-Dal. Emily Cleland, with distinction. Melissa Damore. Alexandra Danier. Veronica Della Foresta, with distinction. Amanda Duriano Gavidia. Francis Agnetti, with distinction. Valérie Frappier, with distinction. Clinton Glenn, with great distinction. Lisa Gratton. Flora Habab. Elise Jacobson. Tess Juan Gaillot, with distinction. John Kirkpatrick. Annika Klintmam. Katerina Corolla, with great distinction. Delphine Trajos. Amelia Mackenzie. Gregory Madigetz. Kristen Miller, with distinction. Laura Josephine O'Brien. Stephanie Rodsep, with distinction. Rowena Wren, with distinction. Madeline Ross. Cléo Salis Parchette with distinction. Ruby Chanel Simard. Leah Saint-Arnaud Bofa with distinction. Mercedes Taboada Sola. Althea Thompson. Samantha Wexler. Irene Armit with distinction. Myriam Labelle Aubin. Achihan Barhi with distinction. Tess Boissonneau with distinction. Adamo Brunetti. Sarah Frankie Burge. Melanie Cardinal with distinction. Isabelle Carignan-Chagnon with distinction. Felipe Castañeda with distinction. Allison Cohen. Cassandra D'Amico Mazza with distinction. Pakou Daou Cloutier. Nadia Davoli. Ulysse Dumaximi with distinction. Christina Dress with distinction. Omar Elhami. Christine Marie Eugenio. Jade Fraser with distinction. Rosario Gallardo Bejarez with distinction. Catherine Jalina with distinction. Scott Gill. Taylor Jane Gilmore. Matthias Graham, with distinction. Liwa Hatter, with distinction. Alfonso Herrera, with distinction. Daniel Kessler Damore. Daphné Lécuyer. Noémie Lachance, with distinction. Thomas Lance, with distinction. Patricia Langell. Jacqueline Lebel, with distinction. Patricia Leblanc, with distinction. Andrew Lunga. Ryan McDuff, with distinction. Mark Maffrey. Dustin Lewis McBain, with distinction. Mario Melodona, with distinction. Sarah Mogadasade, with distinction. Nicholas Mogalone. Sofia Moratea Guevara, with distinction. Véronique Morrier. Danielle Neri. Virginie Nolin, with distinction. Kristen Novinger. Florence Pelletier, with distinction. David Pierre-Aupran. Mia Pirinen, with distinction. William Prescott. Sarah Kirian. Marie-Lou Rose. Jacob Russell. Sarah Rylett, with distinction. Joshua Shastny, with distinction. Cinzia Sequeras. Katya Shannon, with distinction. Dylan Shepard. Stephanie Turner, with distinction. Emanuela Valente. James Watts. Nathania Ray. Yannick Yip. Dylan Parks. Sophia Wright, with distinction. Pascal Jensen, with distinction. Rebecca Adele, with distinction. Camille Berricher Brunet, with distinction. Ivana Barrios. Caitlin Benedict, with distinction. Sophia Bosch, with distinction. You got it. Juan Pablo Jacobo Casisabat, with distinction. Catherine Charbonneau, with distinction. Paige Deschamps. Félix Antoine Fournier. Alyssa Green. Amanda Hui. Andrea Jarvis. Iraida Kovaleva, with distinction. Tristan Kurtz. Carmen Kwan. Horia Lambrush. Serra Lauzon Pelletier. Geneviève Leduc. Catherine Lee, with distinction. Alicia Fortier, with distinction. Christopher Michaels. Sasha Musa. Jessica Noriega Lusad. Dacia Pantelis. Sasha Rabani. Darina Rukliadeva. Farah Sadek. Elliot Saray. Stephanie Joelle Suedi. Christopher Spears. Kalisa Ta. Samuel Tissot Jobin, with distinction. Maisie Tran, with distinction. Kayla Viren, with distinction. Vincent Vilmer. Alexander Westcott. Kirill Zakharov.
Thank you. I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Fine Arts for the following departments: Music, Studio Arts, and Theatre. Charles Bale, with distinction. Erica Bridgman, with distinction. Christiane Maria Brun de la Rey. Philippe Caron Turbide, with distinction.
Maurice Charlon.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maurice Charlon, with distinction. Etienne Chauvin. Stephanie Colburn.
Craigmile.
Corey Craigmile. Charles Fillon. David Fiorentino with distinction. Conlon Flynn. Christina Gentile with distinction. Ioana UNESCO Heruyu. Rachel Jennings with distinction. Alan Jones with distinction. Rosa Maria Laposta with distinction. Fraser Larone. Ryan McNabb with distinction. Chris Peterson with distinction. Alberto Santos. Eckhart Siegel with distinction. Davida Sarah Sain. Julienne Trudel-Lozon with distinction. Simon White. Say that one more time for me. Raul Aguilar with distinction. Anika Ahuja. Mathieu Ayet with distinction. Patricia Belmar. Myriam Bourgeois. Heather Kaplap with distinction. One moment, please. Soad Carrier with distinction. Marie Cochon. Megan Coburn. Susanna Conrad with distinction. Sarah Cronshaw. One more time, please. Elisa De Stefano. Sarah Dubé. Kevin Durocher with distinction. Nadine El Courir. Caroline Gagne-Bro with distinction. Ariane Fairley with distinction. Lindsay Fast. Adrian Fillon with distinction. Samantha Fornari. Gabrielle Gingras with distinction. Your sisters. Your sisters. Marianne Gingras. Eloise Guindon. Clara Haskell. Elena Hernandez Comancho. Christina Hyam with distinction. Maena Huminskaya. Lydia Jazvac. Anne Kruzaleski with distinction. Margot Klingender with distinction. Julia Lapetiva with distinction. Natalia Lara with distinction. Christine Leblanc with distinction. Marie-Pierre Leclerc with distinction. Sasha Lee with distinction. Natalie Janine Liu. Kevin Leong Low. Nicole Lavac with distinction. Patricia Livingston with distinction. Cassandra Marcillo with distinction. April Martin with distinction. Ian Maya Macaulay. Faradas Naomi. Francis O'Donoghue. Bernadette O'Sullivan. Guy Patino with distinction. Camille Perrault with distinction. Gabrielle Pilot with distinction. Oriana Laura Pixingrilli. Taylor Placombe. Daniela Portillo Mendez. Janet Rignall with distinction. Donald Robertson with great distinction. Carlos Rojas. Oh my God, congratulations. Thank you. Mick Sand. Anthony Sauvé with distinction. Vivis Gouromitis with distinction. Nice music for me. Rebecca Smith with distinction. Nice. Riley Sparks. Congratulations. Bianca Saint-Martin. Lisa Starr with distinction. Veronica Sunatori with distinction. David Vass with distinction. Lindsay Warren. Antonio J. Douglas Dodd Bavaro. Congratulations. Basma Baidun. Lady Vanessa Caicedo with distinction. Congratulations. Chanel Casaubon with distinction. Well done. Lorna Craig with great distinction. Veronica Darby with distinction. Julie Gagnon with distinction. Well done. Okay. Chloe Garner. Alexandra Goldman with distinction. Sheila Malika Mary Higgs. Bruno Pierre Houle with distinction. Donub Jafazdev. Sandra Kavlaski.
Thank you.
That's great. Alison Kelly. Is that what she told you to tell me? Yeah. Okay. Silke Cruz-Weil with distinction. Well done. Loie Luc Tassé.
Chloe?
Chloe?
Yeah.
I said Chloe?
You said Chloe.
I said Chloe. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll say it again. Chloe Luc Tassé. Sarah Marchand with distinction. Well done. David Malamed.
Michael Mercer.
Michael Mercer with distinction. Right. Vanessa Nostbakken with distinction. Marika Portier. Well done. Alexandria Ruggles. Alexandra Shapiro with distinction. Sonia Valles with distinction. Veronique Vanut with distinction. Well done. Matthew Gines with distinction. Yi Kun Yan.
Well, you guys did it, so give yourself a nice hand of applause. You well deserve it. Next. Now I'd like to call upon the department chairs, and there are many, Dean Wild and Associate Vice President Tucker, for the presentation of the prizes. Gentlemen. Anybody want to do this? Department chairs start. There we go. There we go.
The winner of the Art Education Prize awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in art education is Sareed E. Wilson. Congratulations.
It's my great pleasure to announce the 2 award winners of the R. Bella Rabinovich Art History Prize. The first, which is awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in art history, is Clinton Glenn. And unusually this year we have a second winner of the same prize, and this is Katerina Corolla.
Hello. The winner of the Contemporary Dance Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in contemporary dance, goes to Sophia Wright. Congratulations.
So it is my great honor to present this award to the winner of the Computation Arts Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in computation arts, Alicia McDonald-Fortier. And for the second prize in our department, the winner of the Design Prize, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in design, is Samuel Tissot-Jobin.
Thank you.
We have 3 prizes in studio arts. The winner of the Betty Goodwin Prize in Studio Arts, awarded to an outstanding graduating student in studio arts, is Donald Robertson. The winner of the Gabor Salazi Prize in Studio Arts, awarded to an outstanding graduating student, is Laurence Dauphinais. Which one are you? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Wrong prize. The winner of the Irene Whittam Prize in Studio Arts, awarded to an outstanding graduating student, is Heather Kaplan. Don't have her on the list. So, thank you.
And the winner of the Theatre Prize, awarded to our most outstanding graduating student in theatre, is Lorna Craig.
The winner of the Alfred Pinsky Medal, awarded to the highest-ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor or Baccalaureate in Fine Arts, is Katerina Corolla. Congratulations, Katerina. You've had a wonderful year. Best wishes.
Giving away so many prizes isn't easy. One of the two winners of the Concordia Medal awarded to an undergraduate graduating student who has displayed distinctive leadership ability through both academic and non-academic achievements and has won the outstanding commendation of her fellows and of the faculty is Katerina Corolla. The winner of the first graduating class award, presented on behalf of the first graduating class of the Faculty of Arts, Science, and Commerce of Sir George Williams College, known as the Guinea Pig Club, for the most innovative and new contribution, either academic or extracurricular, to the university life, is Shauna Jansen, PhD.
Okay, congratulations to all the prize winners. You think you're at the Academy Awards here, right? Lovely. Anyway, now I'd like to call upon your valedictorian to give her address, and you've guessed it, it's none other than this year's Concordia winner, Miss Katerina Corolla. Katerina?
Chancellor Menard, Chairman Herbert, President and Vice Chancellor Shepard, Dr. Pontbriand, distinguished guests and participants. Thank you. Fellow students, families, and friends, I'm honored to address you today on behalf of this year's graduating fine arts students. Honoré et quelque peu intimidé. Là, devant moi, il y a plusieurs personnes que j'admire et avec qui je suis fière d'avoir partagé ces dernières années. Par contre, il y en a aussi plusieurs parmi vous que je ne connais pas, ainsi que plusieurs personnes que j'aimerais mieux connaître. En écrivant ces mots, j'étais assise, perplexe, devant une feuille blanche, me demandant comment il était possible de s'adresser, de féliciter et, plus important encore, de parler au nom d'une telle variété d'individus. Standing here tonight are future artists, teachers, curators, and academics, all of whom came to Concordia from different places, bringing with them different experiences, aspirations, and ways of knowing, thinking, seeing, and making. We are an eclectic group, to say the least, and looking back, I am convinced that it is in large part this eclecticism that has allowed the past few years to become such a rich and rewarding journey, one in which we've learned not only from faculty, but also from one another, across disciplinary boundaries, and across those that traditionally separate the classroom, studio, gallery, and larger community. Each of our journeys to this moment have been unique, but we nonetheless share in common this moment, marking the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. Que nous prenions la route des études supérieures ou celle du marché du travail, que nous nous préparions à voyager ou simplement à prendre du temps bien mérité pour recharger et repenser à tout ça, ce soir, nous laissons derrière nous une communauté qui est nous devenue familière précisément parce qu'elle est aidée à former qui nous sommes devenus. Whether we want to or not, we are leaving behind this world to take a step into uncertainty, and that's how it should be. As one of my favorite authors reminds us, all growth is a leap in the dark, a spontaneous, unpremeditated act without the benefit of experience, and imagination is the voice of daring. Standing here today, these words acquire a particular potency, not least because they remind me of my decision to study the arts in the first place. It seems to me that in having chosen to pursue a fine arts education, all of us have already made such a leap into uncertainty. For my part, this leap has been well rewarded, not because I learned how to write, just as I'm sure most of you did not learn how to make art, but because I encountered an environment that encourages leaps of all kinds. Dans nos cours, l'établi n'a jamais été consacré. On nous a encouragés à poursuivre notre propre question et aussi, dans plusieurs cas, explorer des formes alternatives de réponse. From research papers to research creation, from curating exhibitions to mounting interventions in public space. I'd like here to expressly thank all the professors for their flexibility and openness in this respect. Outside of the classroom, on the other hand, the same applied. The past few years have been something of a roller coaster at all levels of politics, from student government to the provincial and federal levels. From the tuition hikes through the Charter of Values to the more local threat to Concordia's fee levy groups, it feels like we've been dodging bullets. Néanmoins, à cause de notre engagement et solidarité, nous avons réussi à défendre notre conviction à chaque fois. And although these issues still hover near, if not on the table, I'd like to take this moment to expressly congratulate all of those who have had the courage not only to defend our rights and convictions, but also to affirm and work towards alternative solutions. From the province-wide essay to the smaller but no less important initiatives like the Concordia Food Coalition. As much as any artistic creation, these initiatives are imaginative, and it is through such imaginative explorations of the uncertainty commonly called impossible that new forms of possibility come to emerge. For my part, I can think of nothing that I have gained at Concordia more valuable than the confidence to think, affirm, and act imaginatively. For this, I have to thank not only the faculty members with whom I studied, although I do thank you as well, but also the community of students around me, some of whom are standing here tonight, some of whom have already stood here, and others who Concordia is lucky to keep for still another year. As a pessimist whose tendency veers towards apathy, nothing has been more inspirational than sharing this time with such a vibrant, sincere, and engaged community. Thank you to each and every one of you for making our Faculty of Fine Arts such a wonderful place to study and grow. Tonight, as we go forth from this community and begin to make our way towards new experiences, challenges, and destinations, we are called upon again to make another leap. In a climate of increasing austerity, both in education and the arts, the uncertainty before us seems even more uncertain. But what has our fine arts education taught us, if not to face this uncertainty as possibility? Not to fear uncertainty, but to thrive on it. None of us have any guarantees going forward. We will have to rely on our talent, passion, and perseverance to make our way in the world. But, as Anais Nin writes, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Although idealistic, Concordia, not the institution so much as the community we have built here, has given me confidence in this dictum. Regardless of where our paths take us, so long as we remember to unface the uncertain courageously, that is to say, imaginatively, I am confident that we will continue to build on the accomplishments that we are celebrating here today. After all, what is imagination if not a form of courage? Sur cette note, j'aimerais terminer en nous félicitant à nouveau pour les réalisations qui nous ont menés ici ce soir. Ça n'a pas été toujours facile, mais nous y voilà. Félicitations. Meilleurs souhaits à chacune d'entre vous dans vos cheminements personnels et professionnels. J'ai hâte de voir où ils nous mèneront. Merci, félicitations, and thank you.
Well, Katarina, thank you. First of all, congratulations on receiving the Concordia Medal. Certainly extremely well deserved. You know, you speak of the imagination and daring and dealing with uncertainty, lunging in it, and exploring in it. That is basically what life's all about and has you leap in citizenship in its new dimensions, because you're already citizens, God knows, but as you leap in this broader dimensions, you're made stronger by the fact that you're grounded already in a community, as your valedictorian said so aptly. The community of Concordia, folks coming from over 150 countries, that sense of diversity, that resourcefulness is what makes you strong. And on your behalf, I'd like to thank your valedictorian for helping you remember that. You know, she talks about the art of the possible, which in a sense starts from the heart, starts from the mind, and starts from the intuition. And that's where creativity, as you know, originates. And all of you have that in you. God knows this, that the training you've received here at Concordia prepares you well for that and for full citizenship. So on your behalf, thank you very much for your valedictorian for a very inspiring talk. Merci. And now I call upon Provost Bacon to make his closing remarks. Mr. Bacon.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci. Merci d'être venus en si grand nombre pour partager avec nous la joie de nos diplômés. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here to celebrate the success of the outstanding class of 2014. Dear graduates, throughout your studies, you've had the full support of your professors and the other members of the Concordia community. Just as importantly, you've also had the full support of your family and your friends, many of whom are here today to celebrate with you. If they could not be physically here today, they're here in spirit, or perhaps they're watching the ceremony live on our website. Some may be doing just that in the middle of the night, half a world away. Graduates, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm going to ask you to stand up. I'll ask you to turn around. I'll ask you to turn around and face the back of the room and let your friends and family know how much you love them and appreciate their support. Dear graduates, a final word. Concordia will always be your university. Maybe you'll come back for further studies at Concordia. Maybe, like myself, who graduated from Concordia about 20 years ago, you'll come back and have the privilege to work here one day. Or maybe you'll be the proud parents one day of the next generation of Concordia students. As alumni, you will also play an important role in supporting our students and in promoting the reputation of our great university. Wherever you go, I know you'll make us proud. Well, we've come to the end of our ceremony. Please thank you all once again for being with us today. And please, as you leave, do join us for a vin d'honneur in the foyer. Thank you. Congratulations.